This is a two-headed dragon tournament that we held at FAB Foundry in Portland, Oregon, and this was back in November 2025. Two-headed dragon is a format created by a sorcery group down in California, Beasts of the Bay, and it's based on the two-headed giant format for Magic the Gathering. So it's just 2v2 teams, a larger grid than a standard game of sorcery, and both players on each team take their turns at the same time, and there's some specific rules about how cards target and interact in the realm. And for a full list of the format rules, I'll leave a link to the write-up by Beasts of the Bay in the description of this video. The top of the screen, playing the Wave Shaper, is my friend Kevin, and I believe his partner in the tournament is Alexis. At the bottom of the screen, Darian is playing Battle Mage, and then I am playing a Geomancer. So this was a casual tournament for Two-Headed Dragon. This is the first Two-Headed Dragon tournament that we ran in Portland, so we just kind of wanted to have some fun with it. So we told everybody to bring their fun decks, come up with something they wouldn't normally play. And this is pre-Gothic release, so we're playing Alpha Beta Arthurian Legends 50-30 constructed. So turn 2, it looks like they're pushing up to the center. Kevin has a Shelly Coat out. Alexis moved the Foot Soldier forward onto the Impenetrable Copse. Turn 2, I'm top decking the Atlas over the rubble that I created to hit a windmill. Windmill's a good sight hit for this deck, I believe, that I had been running, just because it gets that error threshold out of the way. And Darian getting a Cloud City out, which is probably a decent site setup for him too, since his Battle Mage deck, I think, was running like a low minion count, like high mobility, kind of low curve. So I think he just wants to get to like 3 or 4 mana base, and then he's ready to go. Alexis playing out of Desert, can't make use of the Genesis, unfortunately, so it pings itself. Kevin playing a River of Flame, and they're both moving closer to each other. So one of the interesting rules with Two-Headed Dragon is that as soon as your team connects their sites, at least one of their sites to one of their teammates' sites, that grants them the ability to cast minions and summon artifacts onto each other's sites. So you can't do that until your sites are connected on the board, and then once you are, you get that additional kind of utility. So it lets you be able to kind of move around the board in a larger way and support your teammate in ways that you couldn't normally. So it looks like they played sites and then didn't have any follow-ups. Turn 3, it looks like I'm meeting the center with a bedrock, creating another rubble. Darian electing to not play a site, but instead hitting the Shelly Coat with the Battle Mage. To kill the Shelly Coat, to draw a card with the Battle Mage ability. 3 mana in my mana pool spent on a Vanguard Knight. Just reconsidering which side I want to summon it to. I summoned it onto the bedrock. It is my forwardmost, or the forwardmost unit, so it's going to get that +2 power. So it's a 4 power currently on the board. Alexis with another arid desert. Can't make use of that Genesis again in a meaningful way, so it's just going to ping itself. Kevin playing out on Maelstrom. Has a 3-site body water currently. I think that home site was an Oasis. Both of them sitting at 4 mana on turn 4 here. Pushing forward with the Foot Soldier, attacking into Gnome Hollow for 1 point of damage. Kevin casting Firebolts, doing 3 points of damage to the Battle Mage. So we're setting up here for our turn 4. And again, I am going to tap to top deck the Atlas onto that Rubble. Looks like a Pebbled Path. Darren playing his 3rd side out now on turn 4, Glastonbury Tor on the back row. And like I said, yeah, it looks like, I mean, he's got a Crown of the Victor in his hand, he's got a Feast of Crows. He's asking me if we play a Feast for Crows now, just because I don't think he has anything else to do with his turn. Or anything else appealing that he wants to do with his turn. Like, he's got a lot of stuff in his hand. He's got, I think, two grapple shots. 2 grapple shots, a Grim Gusarme. Is that a Flaming Sword? He's got a lot of stuff, and he's got, like I said, he has a really low curve on this Battle Mage deck, so he's going to be ready to go pretty soon here. Looks like I spent 4 mana on the Dalston Phalanx to get that out, the 5 power, and Darren is choosing to play the Crown of the Victor now, since he meets the requirements as he killed that Shelly Coat. So that's going to be +3 power. The Battle Mage now threatens for 6, and he's got those 2 grapple shots, which they don't know about yet, but they will soon. So that is going to be a huge threat. Passing turn over. And it looks like previous turn I did attack with the Vanguard Knights first to make sure that they were still forwardmost and still got that +2 bonus. So that was 4 points in. Another desert. Pinging the Vanguard Knights, I think just because. I don't remember if there was a follow-up to that or not. 5 mana for a Phoenix. Phoenix is a good piece to get on the board. 4 power airborne. Fire damage boosts its power. Like damage by fire from fire boosts its power. Kevin looks like Kevin, I think, drew a spell for turn and then tapped to draw a sight for turn. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a play. So 4 mana, he doesn't have a play, passes turn. So I think this is going to give us a pretty big opening here to do a lot of damage. I'm going to go ahead and play a Pillar of Zyros. And I think I played it just because it was the only sight that I had in my hand. I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to lose my sight tempo. 5 for an Earthquake to do a rearrange here. Darren reminding me to attack with the Vanguard Knight first before doing the rearrange. And then honestly, looking back at this footage, I could have just attacked the desert to the left on the mat. and gotten out of that earthquake, or I could have just earthquaked the grid of 4 sites, one site to the right, one column to the right, and kind of avoided that issue altogether. But I mean, we were just playing casual and loose, and we weren't really thinking about it. Here comes the grapple shot from Darian. So grapple shot 4-6, and then attacking 4-6 points. So it's a huge turn there. Huge turn there, and it leaves them in a real tough spot. Like that battle mage is a huge threat. They're likely going to go to door next turn, and Kevin might not have a way to get out here with the avatar of water. On Alexis' side of the board, she still has to deal with that Delcian Phalanx. 2 mana for a Common Sense. And I believe she's fishing out an answer for the Phalanx. There it is. So 5 mana total to Common Sense for a bury, and then bury the Phalanx to take care of that immediate problem. Kevin choosing to play an Undertow. Undertow is going to force the battle mage back through that body of water 1 step. Not bad. He needs another way to create another square of distance, probably, with his avatar. If he had, say, like a Riptide or something, he could Riptide away into his Maelstrom. But I'm not sure what else he has at his disposal here. He's at 5 mana. I think he's been hyper fixated on getting rid of the Crown of the Victor, but at this point I think positioning is probably going to be more important. 5 mana or 4 mana to play a pirate ship defensively. The battle mage can still eat that pirate ship, and the pirate ship's 5 power. Battle mage is 4 power. And I believe Darian also still has. I think he also still has that grapple shot, but he might be saving it. I don't remember if we discussed it or not during the game, but he might have been saving it to try to get him to take care of the avatar of water, and then grapple shot over to the sorcerer, or the sorcerer's side at least. Because I mean he's lined up perfectly here to grapple shot all the way over to the sorcerer. I think I placed the rubble on this turn. I had forgotten to place it when I played the pillar. And again, I think I asked the other team if they were okay with that, and they said that was fine. Again, this was a casual tournament. Like I say tournaments, but there weren't any real prizes. We were just there to have fun and play kind of non-meta decks. I think these would be classified as off-meta decks. So Darian playing a Summoning Sphere, Blood Ravens. And this is how you can tell that these are off-meta decks, because nobody really, even pre-Gothic and even now, nobody really plays Blood Ravens. But it is a huge threat for door. It's going to sit there and menace and threaten an attack in with Airborne. So they do go to door, because Darian just moves over to the River of Flame site and hits it with the Battle Mage. Still in position here to get that grapple shot off, unless Alexis moves. And then we have, some decent attack vectors. Well, I should say Darien still has some decent attack vectors in with that Blood Raven, and with the Blood Raven and with the Summoning Sphere. So again, I don't know what he has in his deck, but if he had, say, like a Gyre Hippogriffs, he could charge in, summon and charge in with a Gyre Hippogriffs. If he had one in hand, and he had a Sight in hand to play, because he's still only at 3 mana. Yeah, Alexa's moving back to home site and playing out a Scorpion defensively. And then playing an Autumn Unicorn just to get more bodies on the board here. It looks like I had played a second Delcian Phalanx, so she's got a lot of pressure on that side of the board too. Just despite being able to fish out an answer, for that first Phalanx. Kevin makes some hard choices here. I mean, they're kind of backed into a corner at this point. He's playing I cannot pronounce this word. Pneumatic Manuscript. Tapping the pirate ship to look at the card. It is a pirate ship. Pirate ship does 4 points of damage to the pirate ship, and then he draws a second pirate ship. So we're just laughing that he used the pirate ship to fish out a pirate ship, and I think he forgot that. We're confirming now. Yeah. He immediately put it in his cemetery because he thought it was going to deal 5 points of damage, but it only deals 4. Because it's based on casting costs, not power. So I think that was honestly that was a mistake, tapping his blocker. Like Kevin tapping his blocker here. The Blood Ravens just have an instant attack vector in to tag the Avatar of Air, and now if I can get rid of enough of the minions on my side of the board here, because he still has that second grapple shot in his hand, he can just use the Battle Mage to zip over and tag the Sorcerer. We're just discussing ways to do it. We got a couple different ways to do it here, but I'm gonna cave in to remove the minions, take a step up with the Delcian Phalanx, grapple shot to the Delcian Phalanx with the Battle Mage, and attack. So that was a pretty quick game. It was a bit of a blowout with Darien's Battle Mage deck. He got to live the dream there with his setup, just instantly getting that Crown of the Victor out onto the Battle Mage, and that was an early, like back when it was just alpha beta. That was a monster play with Battle Mage, and still potentially is if your opponent cannot react and deal with that quicker. Just having a unremovable 6 power threat on the board can be very difficult early. So again, that was a fun game. I should say that like this tournament structure, we repaired the teams every round. It was just a random team, new random team pairings every round with your partner. So we'll see kind of 2 more games in this series, and just have some fun with it. Have some fun with the format. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.